Welcome to Primecast, episode 125. My name is Jesse.
My name is Wyatt.
So, you know how I started that one show, either last week or the week before that, about how Starscream was always like betraying Megatron, but Megatron was always taking him back?
Yeah.
Do you think it's kind of coincidence how we were talking about how, you know, you know, sticking to people, sticking together with people that treat us like shit, and then like one of our favorite shows like had that exact same theme in it. Walking Dead.
Yeah, I don't really understand what you're referring to, though.
How Jesse was her wife was kept on hitting her, but like she would never leave him.
What are. Who's Jesse?
Or I thought that was the girl's name with the owls.
Oh, her husband?
Yeah.
Oh, Pete.
No, I'm talking. What's the chick's name? Isn't it Jesse?
Oh, I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure it's Jesse.
I never caught it. I know what you're talking about. I'm all caught up. I just
Okay.
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. I just kind of thought it made a funny connection.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You see
Speaking
the
of,
season finale?
yeah,
Pretty good. It was pretty great, actually.
Morgan turned into fucking Donatello there, huh?
Yeah, we shouldn't really talk too much. I mean,
What we're talking about now.
well, we shouldn't just say stuff like that without giving warning.
I mean, it's not a spoiler warning, is it?
I had no idea going into the episode that he'd be in it, so kind of.
Mm, it's not really a spoiler. I don't think it is. But
Kind of
anyway,
is.
all right. So I guess spoiler warning. Season finale of Walking Dead was two days ago.
Something like that.
Yeah. Depending on when you're listening to this, uh, what'd you think about it?
It was great. I maintained season two is my favorite season altogether. Season two is fantastic. All the rising action and climax and just the build up to the total fucking mess that was the end of season two. It was awesome. There was so much, so many variables going in and like just character development of these people just turning on each other almost.
Mm-hmm.
And season five had that same build up, but with more in depth characterization because we've seen these characters for years, and it had the same build up but a different result, which I was okay with. Going into the season, going into like the second half of the season with Alexandria, I read the books loosely. Like I have the first two compendiums, I've, but I'm not all caught up, and I haven't gotten to that point yet in Alexandria. I know of a few things that happen there, and are going to happen probably, and
Yeah.
all that. But I go into this fairly, with a pretty good idea of where the comics are at, who's alive, who's dead, right now. But I didn't know much about Alexandria because I haven't read that yet. So I didn't know if these were good people, and I very much so wanted them to be good people because I thought if they were to be associated with Woodbury and they turned out to be shits, okay, and then they go to Terminus and they were shits, and it's like, okay, well, if this third group of people, and not even third group of people, they've had other groups, but third faction, I'll say, turns out to be assholes too, it would have felt stale. I'm glad they turn out to be just dumb, and they accept the fact that they can't survive, and they do need Rick's group. And everything they did wasn't out of disregard; it was out of sheer ignorance.
Right.
And in the end, they have to accept it because, well, look where it gets them. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think season five is, in my opinion, is the best season. Two is my favorite. I think five is the best.
I was I'm not I really dug the soundtrack of the episode, especially towards the end. It reminded me a lot of George A. Romero's Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
and some certain beats from Dawn of the Dead really just like really tense. Really kind of felt like a really tense up heartbeat.
Hmm.
Like with the fight between Glenn and Ratface in the woods.
Oh yeah.
Um, there's a couple of scenes where I was pretty sure, especially the one moment that with Glenn, I'm pretty sure that he was going to get eaten by a zombie.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Nope, somehow plot hole, or
It's not
just
really a plot hole.
well,
Plot hole is something that can't really be explained through canon of the actual story. It can be chalked up to he just fought out of them.
still it's just like, we don't need to show him getting out of it.
Well, that's kind of the point of the show. Either way, I knew Glenn wasn't gonna die. I was like, this guy's been here since episode 1. They're not gonna kill him off screen.
Yeah. Um, nothing else really. I did. Are you caught up on Better Call Saul yet?
Nope, not at all.
Damn. I'm really surprised you haven't watched beyond the first episode of that.
I'm busy. I need
Bitch,
to.
bitch, please. All right. On to purchases and such.
What'd you get?
I got a lot of stuff.
What'd you get? Or do you want me to go first? Because I didn't
For,
get too much.
you can go ahead and go first.
Uh, fine. So my phone was going out for a while, and finally it just bit the dust. So I've upgraded my phone to what, 2 years ago's model?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, the 2-year-old model of the instead of from the iPhone 4S to the 5S. It's
How do
still
you like
awesome
it?
though. It is still much better. It runs a lot smoother. I mean, then again, I had that phone for almost 2 years. But I'm excited to have a phone that doesn't have milk in it. So,
Your old one had milk in it?
did I never tell that story on the show?
I don't think so.
Yeah, the speakers and the external mic on my old iPhone didn't work too well. They were very muffled, very full of milk. Because one day I was eating, or I was having breakfast with my girlfriend eating cereal with my hand over the bowl of cereal, scrolling through Facebook, and dropped my phone in the bowl of cereal. It kind of like laughed, and then I looked at it and realized what was going on, and I had to pull my phone out of the milk. And it didn't kill the phone at all. It just messed up the sound.
Oh.
So yeah, it's nice to have one with I can talk on speakerphone, even though I don't like to talk on the phone. I got Motormaster.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's really cool. He's really cool. I was gonna get Blackjack with him to like start putting together Menasor, but Toys R Us wanted like $13 for Blackjack.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I was not about that. But they wanted like 25 for Motormaster, and I was okay with that, I guess.
Toys R there's been reports of some Toys R Us is reporting selling deluxes at $19.99.
Mine hasn't done that, but they are, I think, at like $15.99 or $16.99.
So
I think it is $16.99.
they're slowly creeping up to that Voyager price point.
Not for me. I'm not. Transformers is taking a back burner, but like I've noticed it's not all Transformers. It is like I'm very much onto the Combiner War stuff. When I like put Blackjack back, I knew I wasn't gonna buy him, and I kind of had to think about, well, why aren't I gonna buy him? Is it because I don't want him right now, or is it because of the price tag? And it turns out it is the price tag. Like I just thought about it for a while. I'm still very much about Transformers. I just prioritizing the RID stuff doesn't look like I think as bad to me as it does to you. I'm just not gonna pay the upmark on it.
Hmm. I'm not even saying that the line as a whole looks bad.
Oh, I know.
It's just that I'm unbelievably bored with that line. Like
It's just not impressive.
it's not impressive. I'm wanting to get into more the collector figures, and Combiner Wars is definitely up that alley, and especially some of the other figures I've got lately. Um, but yeah, like the Generations is definitely aimed at collectors. RID is like aimed towards like general mass release of
Hmm.
kid and stuff, and it's just I don't know. It's not impressing me. It's I not really. I is the show even on now? Is this has it started?
Not officially, I don't think.
Okay, because if it has, like, I'm have no desire to watch that show.
Hmm.
But yeah, I am. I was looking forward to a sequel to Prime because I really dug Prime as a toy line and series. But it just overall just disappointed me. So I'm just whatever. There's a lot of other cooler stuff going on that I'm more into right now anyway. But anyway, is that it for you?
That's not all I got.
Okay.
I got a couple Marvel Legends. I don't know what you think this is, but I'm weak. I don't even. Yeah, I do. So you know how they had that for the new Spider-Man wave. I know you haven't bought in any of it. Like you're not really into it, are you?
No. Out of like all the Marvel Legends that are coming out, I'm really more aimed at the Avengers waves.
Hmm.
Not saying that the Spider-Man waves look bad. I think they're definitely cool, but
Hmm.
I'm far from like the Spider-Man's not really my favorite character, and neither are the neither are the villains or his supporting characters. So
I spent the past several months getting all of his villains.
yeah, like from the Captain America 2 and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 figures,
Yeah.
uh, definitely like the Captain America ones better. Just not even as far as quality, but just as characters. I'm not really too into the Spider-Man line. I'm hoping that with this new universe that'll change my opinion on him because I like Spider-Man and all. It's just like the supporting characters is what's or then the villains is what bores me with the Spider-Man series as far as figures go. But I hope
What's exciting is at
I
least for the what?
I do think that Rhino build a figure looks badass.
Oh yeah, we talked about it.
Yep.
I'm talking about this wave. I know you're probably gonna be all over that Rhino. He's
But
hot.
but yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm good. I can't. There's not a figure in that wave that I'm really excited about.
Hmm.
But if I could and this is like a very very slim maybe I would see if I could get to build a figure just by itself.
The Hobgoblin or the Rhino?
The Rhino,
Okay.
because it's cool, but I mean, yeah, it's the Avengers Marvel Legends wave is really the one I'm seeking out.
Fair. I'm all over it because I'm weak. I was at Toys R Us yesterday, just stopping by see if they had anything. They didn't have anything except they had the Shield 3 pack.
Mm.
I didn't pick it up because
Oh,
money at the time and ToysRUs.com. I don't know if they still do, but they had it for $40, and they had a full price in the store. And they had buy one get one 40% off, but there was nothing else there that I could justify with how not much money I have right now. But anyway, like, I saw it, and I didn't just see it. I saw at the very, very least 14 of them.
wow.
It was full. Like it was a thing where it was 2 rows of them pushed all the way to the back with like 3 or 5 flat on top.
$40, damn, that's a
That's a
good
good
deal.
deal.
Yeah, I mean that's like
That's like
buy.
a free figure.
Yeah, that's buy two get one free. Shit, I had to get on that shit. Fucking instead of paying eBay prices, which are going up like $70-$80.
Yep. Um, but yeah, that Hobgoblin wave actually has nothing to do with what I'm about to talk about.
Excuse me.
Christ. Just get really salty. Just get really.
What the fuck, man? That's not.
Now we have to start over.
People don't want to hear that. That's very rude.
We
People
crowd
are
tested. That didn't go through.
people are wanting to listen to us talk about toys, and you're burping in their ears.
You're just shitting in their ears. Um, But yeah, even though I got that Build-A-Figure Hobgoblin, I talked about this before. I think directly to you. I don't know if it was on the show or not, but uh,
You
I
got
got the
the old Hobgoblin.
I got him, and I
Yeah.
got uh, Series 8, or I don't know what it. The only thing I know is it's the. Do you remember the old Marvel Legends line?
From Toy
Uh,
Biz.
yeah, but they had like legendary riders, so they had characters who didn't normally have gliders, but it was just a way to get those characters and figures out. And they had like Ultron with a glider, Hulkbuster, and Hawkeye, and a few others.
No, I'm not. I don't remember that at all.
Oh,
Toy Biz was when Toy Biz had Marvel Legends. Would maybe glance at them, but I'd never even thought about getting them. And that's when I'm obviously making that. We're both obviously making up for that now,
oh yeah,
as I get into that later. But yeah, like I know very little about what Toy Biz offered as far as Marvel Legends go, except for like that awesome Hulk wave that they had,
yeah.
but that made like Fing Fang Foom. I think was it?
I think that was Hasbro.
Was it Hasbro?
I think it might be.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Let me check actually. I thought that was Hasbro. I'm remembering the packaging, and I'm remembering Hasbro packaging, but Toy Biz
Okay.
could have been the same.
Hold on once. Hold on one second. I need to take my daughter to bed.
Uh,
Go and talk about your Hobgoblin experience.
well, I was moving on from Hobgoblin on to Hawkeye. I really don't even know what to say now. I'm not even holding a conversation. I'm just talking to people. Let's find out. Fin, Fang, Boom, Build a Figure. See, Hasbro or Toy Biz? Somebody's yelling uh, the answer. Uh, yeah, Hasbro. Yep. Big climax to somebody who probably already knew the answer. He's got to be a responsible adult. Put his child in bed. Not fair. Not fair. Yep. Holy shit. I'm not a one-man band, man. Come on back. Ah, I got nothing.
So, what
Are
happened
you
at
back?
Toys R Us? Yeah.
You should probably also cut that part out. I literally had nothing to say.
Okay.
Um, no, it wasn't at Toys R Us. It was just there was the original Toy Biz like classic Hawkeye, the one that not the one. Fuck.
I
You know the
think I
classic
know.
classic costume Hawkeye. Toy Biz made
Yeah.
one, and it went for
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
fuck ton of money. Um,
Yeah.
like it was one of those ones that was up there for $60 for a while. I found one for like 18 complete, and
Yeah. I bet
I
that.
never.
I bet that new one really dropped that price of that fucker, huh?
It kind of did, and I got the new one, and I was actually kind of a little disappointed. And I'm not disappointed with the actual figure. I just have to do something to it to make it better, and I just don't know what it is yet.
You could take, I don't know, find an arrow, like a single arrow, and
hmm
sculpt a little Ant-Man on it.
I didn't know this. The Ant-Man I got from Toy Biz has an Ant-Man, or the Hawkeye has Ant-Man on the arrow, on one of the arrows.
Are you shitting me?
I swear to God.
Like, I've only seen that cover. I didn't know they fucking did that.
Yeah,
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah. That's what I was gonna go with too. I was gonna tell you. Didn't know if you knew that, but yeah, I saw that. Like I used both arrows, and I was like, "What the hell's wrong with this one?"
Is there some?
Oh,
There's some gook on it.
Let me just scrape that off. Oh no.
What else?
That's it.
I got a lot of shit.
Oh, what'd you get?
Well, I first go off the big things. Let's see, was it what day was it last week? I think it might have been Friday, where I got two big packages in. First up, first package I got. Back in 2013, when there was that Masterpiece Fan Choice contest for people to vote in, I pretty much had a good feeling back then, even when we were talking about it, that Star Saber was going to win. Because he's just too fucking popular and his figure is way too expensive. And he won.
Uh huh.
Cut to a fucking year and a half almost later. Finally getting the Masterpiece Starscream in the mail. Take it out.
Starscream.
What did I say? Starscream?
Yeah.
I meant Star Saber.
Ah.
Star Saber in the mail.
How much do you love
and
Star Saber to not even get his name right?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but the sheer amount of panic I felt when I realized that the V Star component
Mm-hmm.
was missing a very vital, like, spring loaded button, which helps support the Saber Jet in both jet and robot mode.
Yeah.
Like, I was like frantic, going through the instructions. I'm like, okay, there has to be something wrong here. Like, I'm like seeing that there's something that flips up, but it doesn't mention about anything flipping up. I looked on the floor if I could find, like, if a piece fell out, and I looked at pictures and instructions, and it's always just right there. And then I realized that it was missing a piece, and I actually went back to my unboxing video, and I could see as plain as day in the opening the box that thing was missing. So it's not like it fell out. So I was so pissed off. It put me in a bad fucking mood. That the one of the figures I was looking forward to the most for such a long time was
Mm-hmm.
defective out of the box. But Big Bad Toy Store, let me tell you, this is not me just chapping their ass,
Yeah.
but they without me even sending the old one back, they sent me out a new V Star that same day, and I just got it today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like UPS, FedEx 2 day shipping over the weekend, which kind of sucked over the weekend. But that's awesome. And they said just send them back the old one in whenever I want, and it'll be fine. So yeah, I'm couldn't be any happier with the figure. The figure is by definition a masterpiece. It gets everything right. It's like the only thing that is kind of is a little bit annoying is getting the little brain of courage into the chest cavity of Saber himself.
Yeah.
That's pretty finicky. And it takes a lot of practice to get it right, and then you'll get it right for like a long time, but then sooner or later you'll be like, I have no idea how to put this in here. It's all by luck. I have no idea like what the trick is if there is one to get it. But Star Saber is officially the biggest masterpiece ever.
Yeah.
He is obviously bigger than Ultra Magnus, and he is. I measured it. He's roughly about 3/4 of a centimeter taller from head to toe than the MPO one Optimus Prime.
Jesus.
Yeah, and that figure is big, the MPO one, and he's amazing. I like it so much. You know, Besides Fortress Maximus, the G1 Star Saber was my second holiest of all Transformer Grails.
Mm-hmm.
And, a masterpiece figure of that is just, one step beyond. And did you get that one text I sent you earlier today about
Which one?
what could have been when I sent you a picture of what was like the runner ups or what order of the fans choice contest?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know how that we're that close to almost getting a masterpiece Armada Prime? That would have. For anyone that doesn't know, like Star Saber got 31.2% of the votes. Second place was Convoy slash Armada Optimus Prime. He got 24.3%. Super Genrai got 18, which I would like to see also. Die Atlas from Transformers Zone only got 8% of the votes. Who I also would like to see, but then there's in order it was Super Fire Convoy, Beast Optimus Primal, Galaxy Convoy, Big Convoy, Leo Convoy, Grand Convoy, and Fortress Maximus came in dead last with 0.3% of the votes. But
Huh.
yeah, um, but also okay. I was pretty fucking pissed off about not having Star Saber, in his completed form that day. But my wife actually bought me the entire Marvel Legends Avengers Wave 2, and I was getting them that same day, Friday. So I'm literally just like sitting by my wife and I are just sitting by the window, just waiting for the mailman to come, checking my tracking number. Like, come on, this fucking Star Saber put me in a bad mood. I want to get these legends and feel good about them and make me happy. And I had to be at work at 5. They did
Mhm.
not. They did not get here until 6:30, I think.
Yeah.
So I was pretty pissed off that I had to go through work, all of work to till I can mess with these. And let me tell you, how I said that from the first Avengers wave, back in 2012, that Hulk was my favorite
Mhm.
out of the figure, but he wasn't necessarily the best.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, Hawkeye was probably the best out of those figures, but Hulk was my favorite. This new Hulk figure is the best figure out of any Avengers 6-inch line, in my honest opinion. Because I went in, I looked at pictures. I'm like, I don't know. A lot of people are saying this one's much better, but I just don't see it because I loved that first Avengers 6-inch figure, Hulk. Cause I like the proportions of it. I like the detailing. But I'm like, all right, I'm sure I'm gonna like it. But I doubt I'll like the new one better. Second, I took him out of package. I'm like, this thing is the best Hulk figure I've ever held in my hands. The
Mm.
the they the arms are the same, except it now has two clenched fists. It has an entirely new head sculpt, and the head is overall bigger to the body,
Yeah.
so it looks more in proportion. It looks dead on, dead fucking on to the Avengers Ruffalo head design. It has a slightly slimmer torso,
Yeah.
so it's not as broad, which makes him look a little bit more proportionate. And it has those. I come to like the new kind of like I'm guessing one size fits all spandex pants he's wearing in the
Yeah.
movie. I think the Avengers A on the sides are kind of corny, but still kind of cool. But I love this figure. It's about half a centimeter taller than the old Hulk, also. So that's
Really?
always
I thought it
yeah,
was
yeah.
smaller.
Oh no, it's bigger. It's definitely bigger.
Wow.
Definitely taller and bigger. And it's the only thing I would have liked to see them do was add maybe a little bit more muscular definition in the torso.
Mhm.
That's the
Yeah, he looks kind of fat in some shots.
not necessarily fat. He just looks kind of like a little bit too smooth. Not
Looks
as
fat to me.
if it's not 100%, it's fat. But yeah, he's awesome. I love it. I love it. It's amazing. What's so funny?
uh, hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay.
Uh,
But yeah, he's great. Thanos, he's really neat. He's my first Thanos figure. Although I do think they kind of dropped the ball with not having an alternate head and alternate hand with the Infinity Gauntlet,
yeah.
because his one open palm does kind of look like it would seem to be designed to be sculpted like a gauntlet because he's had the way he's presenting his hand
Yeah,
is looks like it'd be holding a gauntlet, but no, not so much. It's kind of lucky that he got the entire way because one of the I forget which figure one of the female characters came of a head. The one of the heads had a very lazy eye,
yeah.
and it was very distracting. I was like, "Oh, please let the other head be better." And luckily, the other one was perfect. So, cha-ching. This figure, it's not nearly as big as it's expected to be. Like
Yeah.
Thanos' head goes to about Hulk's chest,
Hmm.
side to side, but he's still a pretty decent chunky figure. He's a little bit mine, at least in mine, he's a little bit loose in the torso, but he's still pretty neat.
Send it
Iron,
back.
yeah, send back. Defective. Iron Man Mark 43 is a complete just a repaint of Mark 42 with a
I
new.
want the Mark 45 as a Marvel Legend.
Yeah, well, just like how with the Mark 7, I doubt that's going to happen. You know?
Yeah, but I kind of think Mark 45 will be the new armor. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
In a month. 1 month from
Well,
today, the movie comes out.
hells yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I love the new head sculpt with the Mark 43 with the faceplate that's lifted up. I really dig that. Looks great. I always like the alternate heads for the Marvel Legends that show like their face.
Yeah.
I always like that. The new Captain America is really cool too. It has a almost. I mean, it's very similar, but the entire torso is resculpted.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really great. Although the Steve Rogers head on mine has a big glob of silver paint on his hair.
Yeah.
But it kind of sucks because I was thinking like, okay, like maybe I could just switch this with the Winter Soldier figure, but the skin tones are completely different. Like the Winter Soldier skin tone is slightly darker, and the one on the Age of Ultron is much more pinker.
Do
So
they?
so it looked like he'd stuck his head in like a self tanning lotion. But yeah, the rest.
Hello.
What's the one?
Well, guess my
Patrick
internet is
and
just
Hellcat are
rebooting.
in my opinion, the
I
worst of
guess.
the wave. What the fuck happened? No, 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 no. Wyatt.
Maybe.
Oh no. I heard silence and now it's saying it's connecting. God damn it. God. Oh, you're there.
Hi. No idea what that was.
I don't know. It just said you're connecting.
Yeah.
I was starting to have a panic attack. Anyway, what I was saying was that Patrick and Hellcat are, in my opinion, the worst from that wave. Patrick is super, super boring.
Mm-hmm.
Hellcat is fine by design, but it's just like the colors just don't mesh well with me. Spider Woman is surprisingly awesome.
Spider Woman is like the favorite. She's the one that everyone has to get.
Yeah. I.
I had to buy one. I've been looking in the store. I'm gonna buy the set off of somebody where I cannot get Hellcat. So I was essentially just worried about finding a Spider Woman because my girlfriend wanted it. But um, I got it today off Amazon, so
Nice.
that's where I'm gonna make my gauntlet.
Yeah. Yeah, but apparently I put her webs on backwards in my review that
Yeah.
attach her arms, but it looks still look good. And I did some masterpiece catch up, not catch up, but catching up on masterpiece figures
Yeah.
with the Toys R Us reissue of Grimlock
Mm-hmm.
and the Toys R Us masterpiece Soundwave.
How'd you end up liking them?
Soundwave,
Yeah.
he's really awesome. I still, I mean, I like the yellow eyes,
Mm-hmm.
but they're really distracting.
They are.
But yeah, but I like them for its own reasons. I'm not one of those people that like it has to be red to be G1 accurate.
Yeah.
I see what they're going with. The same way thing they did with the masterpiece Rodmas. Like they're going for toy accuracy, which is to differentiate themselves from Takara Tomy, which is all fine and good. But yeah, the Hasbro one is definitely the better version, not just because of the yellow, but not because of the packaging, but 5 cassettes, and
Yep.
they're all pretty neat. I love that it comes with all the same accessories that the Takara one comes with. Hate that I had to wait so long to get it, but yeah, like it a lot.
Did you end up getting the Rat Bat with it?
No, I was misinformed.
You what?
I was misinformed.
Ah.
Yeah, but it's still good. It's all good. I didn't really care about that Rat Bat all too much. Because apparently there's knockoffs of Rat Bat going for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So I might go that way.
Fair.
And that pretty much wraps it up as far as I believe so. Yeah, yeah. Got Hulk here with me on my desk. He's awesome. Um, so on to news.
Yeah.
Speaking about Masterpiece Star Saber, this was a big announcement with a figure that just came out in 21st of March.
Mm-hmm.
He already ranked like within the first week. He was the number one ranked toy in all of Japan for the month of March,
Yeah.
which I'm not even sure what number two is. Looks like some sort of dagger. Number three looks like a Sentai figure. But yeah, the rest of these are like really kiddified toys. I'm not sure. Like I can't fucking read this shit. One's like Japanese words pad. It's like it looks like a cat shaped tablet with eyes. It's really creepy. But yeah, it's pretty amazing that Masterpiece Star Saber. I mean, it just kind of shows how popular Star Saber was in Japan. He pretty much was like, uh, he was like more Americanized or American. How am I saying? Should say this. He was like the Japanese version of Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime G1 was not really all too popular in Japan, which is why they killed him off again in Headmasters. Rodimus was popular. Star Saber was popular. Optimus not so much. But it shows how popular Star Saber really was to the Japanese community.
Star Saber.
Star Saber.
He's not a real G1 character.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Um, that's it for that. Oh, speaking about masterpieces, they revealed a new version of the MP18 Streak, but it's a blue version of Blue Streak, and it's going to be limited to I think only 2,000 pieces in Japan.
Oh yeah. The actual blue version.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that figure looks pretty cool. So much so that I believe this is going to be my first masterpiece car. I'm like,
It's not a bad one.
yep, because I was always debating about do I want to get Prowl, Smokescreen? I don't think I want to get Blue Streak, but then like see these colors on this mold, I'm like, wow, that's pretty slick. I like it a lot, and it looks like the cannons are specific only to that figure. The shoulder mounted cannons. I'm not sure. I'm looking at like side by side comparisons with him and Prowl and the original Silver Streak and Smokescreen, and they looks different. But I'm liking it a lot. MP18B blue,
Good.
good. Um, have you seen these new images of the Transformers movie Ultimate Optimus Prime, the Asian
Yeah.
exclusive? That thing That thing does some major changes to the paint job that look pretty sick. Like it adds a whole bunch of chrome, or not chrome, it adds a whole bunch of gold and blue and a bunch of random spots that all the different leader class versions have been missing.
Yeah.
One thing that is kind of disappointing about it is that the flames are not pinstriped.
Yeah, but I thought about that earlier, and I was like, well, maybe it kind of helps that it doesn't look too busy then,
Yeah.
because they gave him more details in the metal.
And one of the biggest improvements that they're doing with this figure is that he has finally has articulated hands.
Yeah,
Like
and ones that you don't have to buy like a third party kit
yeah,
to actually give him.
yeah. And it looks like at least his uh, index and middle finger are together, and his ring and pinky fingers are together. Might be more, but it's at least those two parts can separate. And with his chest windows, the truck windows are not clear anymore. It has kind of like a smoky black tint to it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he does have some like darker shades of like gunmetal gray. He's not like all silver chrome, like as with the previous platinum versions of Prime, which I like. I like that there's some like dark gunmetal grays on him, which is why I like the Striker Prime so much because it looks a little bit darker, a little bit more not so polished. Um, but it's kind of weird because his hands are very dark, but the brass knuckles are painted silver.
Yeah.
And
There's a few weird things with this paint job, but like I can kind of see why, like why they went with certain things. And then his did you? I thought he was supposed to come with a faceplate head,
no, it's yeah, it
not like uh instead of this one, but with this one.
oh, like you mean like you'd have the choice.
Yeah,
Oh no, that's I never got that impression before.
I thought I saw it at one point.
No,
Guess I'm wrong.
but do you think it's worth the price? He comes with all these accessories, a new paint job, new articulated fingers. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think he's worth the price?
What's the price?
Rough, I think $270.
No.
I'm thinking not either. I was thinking about getting it, but I'm thinking about like, I've already owned so many versions of this mold, and I'm perfectly happy with the Striker version from Dark of the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I need, a movie inaccurate version of the jetpack just so I could
Yeah.
have a slightly better paint job with articulated fingers. Right.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I've never even the Revenge of the Fallen one's always just been, it's been good enough for me. I don't need to spend $300
Right.
on a modified version of this already very, very good toy.
Right.
I've just never felt the compulsion. Like, I think the only one I've ever really, really wanted was one with a jetpack, which was the Jetwing one, and I skipped it, and I'll live not owning it. That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, if you have any version of this mold, except for that Hunt for the Decepticons version with their
Mm-hmm.
black face, basically,
Yeah.
you're having a great figure no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
It's a what it's that's why they're still making versions of it. The figure came out in 2009, and it's still looking as great as it today as it did then. That just kind of shows how great this figure is overall. I mean, they're not making platinum versions of the first movie version.
Yeah.
They're making versions of the set from the second movie, which is, you know, for all intensive purposes, a masterpiece figure.
Did he ever, when they did the Masterpiece line where they put movie figures in, like with Starscream and Bumblebee, was Optimus ever a part of that?
No, they only did two figures, and that's started with Starscream and ended with Bumblebee.
No, man, got so far.
Yeah, yeah,
Never forget.
never forget. And yeah, great figure. Um, Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus is up for pre-order. He looks like he's getting a release in May, so he
Hmm.
gets a little bit more time. And did you set your pre-order yet, or are you just gonna wing that one by ear?
Yeah, I want to find it because I don't think I have any problems, but it's gonna be one of those things where I'm not gonna break my ass trying to pay for it.
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to Ultra Magnus. I'm loving that IDW design. I'm loving the gimmick of having Minimus Ambus as the core figure
Oh
for
yeah,
him.
no, the figure looks great. I don't know. I'm at some point like I'm at a point to where I don't need to own everything on release. I can wait,
Thing of I could definitely see that, but like,
but I'm still gonna get it.
yeah, that thing looks awesome. But like, I don't know. I'm like, especially in my area, sometimes things gets really so late in
Hmm.
my area that it's just like if I can't get it online at a decent price when they get released, then I sometimes won't even see them in stores. You know, it's
Hmm.
really fucked up. My Kroger that has a pretty big toy department.
Hmm.
They just now got Amazing Spider-Man 2 Marvel Legends figures.
Really?
From where? Where did they get them? Like, and they've never carried them ever before.
I'd love to think there's a typo on the box when they got it, and the street date was for like this time last year, but they thought it said 15, and they've been waiting this whole time to set them out because they didn't want to get in trouble.
It's funny because they had good figures. Like they had that black costume Spider Woman. They had uh
Oh,
uh the
yeah, the first wave with Anya. Yeah, she was great. Um, Superior, very common, but still, that mold is now the pinnacle of Spider-Man molds. 2099 and the new one used it,
oh,
and
what was that variant to Carnage?
Toxin.
Okay, and they had him there. They
They had
had
him in there,
yeah.
with Carnage. They had Boomerang and Beetle. Uh, Beetle, I remember getting that figure just for the Build-A-Figure piece, and that figure is so fun for no reason. He's so generic, and like I have very little affiliation with Beetle. The most I have is from an episode of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. But uh,
Spider-Man and his amazing. I used to love that show.
the show's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, that whole wave was still pretty damn good all around. I need to get a. I want to. I don't know which figure or base I'm gonna use yet. Because they're all kind of different. I'm leaning towards the new Spider Girl. Like when I see one out in the open, um, then have to spend just retail on her. I want to turn her into Spider Gwen if I can.
Spider-Gwen.
Spider Gwen.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, we're already talking about Mark 45.
You
So,
talked about Mark 45.
yeah. Apparently, there's a SH Figure Arts Mark 45 that's coming out,
Yeah.
which looks kind of more like a stylized, like almost anime version of the Mark 43. Like a lot of subtle design parts are just exaggerated a little bit. I've never heard of this Mark before because apparently he was in a trailer. Um, so it's interesting that this is how I find out about it, which kind of sucks.
I
What
think
like
it's weird that he's 45. Oh, wait, I get it.
I guess the Hulkbuster's 44.
Yeah, I bet Hulk Bust. Yeah, that's what. Yep. It's like, well, that's weird. We went from 43 to 45. Oh.
Yep.
So maybe this will be his, like, end of the movie armor.
Yep. Which we'll never see a Legends version of.
Fuck it, I'll buy this one. Same scale. If there's no word of an Iron Man with maybe by like the time this is out from Hasbro, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna get this. Someone is looking into it, but I've seen it thrown around that some people are, I think they're still doing their research, but some people are thinking that this might be the most this year has the most Marvel Legends that have ever come out in 1 year.
I believe it. It's pretty crazy how many figures are coming out this year.
We have multiple different series, multiple waves, exclusives out the ass, box packs. Did you see a picture of that Five pack.
No. Show
Oh
show
God.
show me.
Let me see if Marvelous News has it. It was found on eBay.
Uh oh. What does that have an official name?
What?
That 5 pack.
No. Oh, did you see it now?
No.
Oh. No, it doesn't. I thought you had saw it and you were like, oh, that's what that is. Uh, no, it doesn't have a name yet or anything. It's just a 5 pack, and it comes with the Bleeding Edge Iron Man that I don't really care for, but he's done up in classic colors, which is kind of weird. And what looks like a mix between, it looks like a comic style Tony Stark head, but with movie attributes like hair, like styled like the movie.
This is
It
not what
has,
this is not what I was thinking you were talking about.
yeah, this we just found recently. We don't know if it's fake. A lot of people are saying it's fake. A lot of people are saying it's real. I don't know. I don't make the news. I just report it. Um, it actually sounded pretty bad because if it's false news, then it's not really news. Anyway, it might be real. It might not. The Hulk is from a 2 pack with Valkyrie, I want to say, from Toys R Us. That's a Hulk that is kind of rare. It's what they used, I think, for the base of the Build-A-Figure Red Hulk. Um, Ultron's a repaint of the Iron Man 3 Ultron. Thor is, I think, the 2012 Thor, and Cap is the Marvel Now Cap from the Captain America line last year. All very mundane,
Yeah.
aside from the Hulk and the Tony Stark head. So, it's neat. Like, I don't.
I don't see how people could think this is fake. Like, someone would go through all the trouble?
Someone brought it up that there's like a logo missing from the box, as well as why are Cap and Thor holding their weapons? They're mostly like whenever a Marvel Legends is packaged for sake of packaging, they're gonna put it separately.
Seems like a whole lot of trouble to make a fake setup just for no real reason.
Yeah, people are dicks.
Yeah, that is true. And a lot of people.
Ooh, I'm looking at more in-depth photos of that Iron Man. The SH Figure Arts one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one in this box set kind of looks like ass. I just
Yeah.
want the head, the Tony Stark head.
I was thinking you're talking about that pack that comes with Hawkeye, Bruce Banner, Thor.
Oh yeah, no, that's Amazon, I think.
Yeah, that's why I was
Which
thinking.
is supposed to be like $80.
Yeah. Now that's one. That's one I really want to get.
Yeah, that's what I'm keen on. I just don't know if I really will because hefty price tag.
Not really.
Who are you on out of that? All of them?
All of them.
You want all of them?
Yes. Because that Thor looks just like Thor from Dark World, so that'll be like the Age of Ultron / Thor 2 Marvel Legends version.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta have to have a Bruce Banner. Hawkeye, he looks okay. I still like the first one better, but I would have liked it if he has that coat. But
Yeah.
and gotta have an updated Black Widow. But I think the biggest selling point of that set is the Thor.
Yeah, I hope he turns out to be good, but yeah, I really just want Thor, and then like I wouldn't mind having Banner.
And
But you know,
yeah.
who knows?
When is that set supposed to be released? Do you know?
No idea.
Damn.
What
Okay.
else we got?
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Should we see if people sending questions?
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Let's find out. Yes. One.
Yay.
It's from Ian. Hey lads, IJK Productions again. First off, to answer Wyatt's question about my Prius paper, I argued it was damaging because nickel used in the battery causes worse environmental damage compared to emissions from the Hummer. Turned out my teacher was a Prius fanatic, and she graded it only because my neighbor was the district superintendent. I got a C- for biased research. Well, that's ridiculous. Straight ridiculous. No, that's really dumb.
Fuck them.
I had never heard that about a Prius, though. Kind
Me
of makes me want
neither.
to do some research. Kind of makes me feel bad for never paying attention to the world. But he goes on with questions. Number 1, what was your ways of making money when you were younger? Back in middle school, my friends and I would tape over pay-per-view channels and sell bootleg VHSs, $15 per sale, burn CDs for $7. That's insanity. That's awesome. I just did chores.
I did a lot of yard work. Not
Yeah,
just
I did
not
chores
just
to.
not just for my parents, but for everyone. A lot
Yep,
of yard
for my
work.
grandparents too.
That was basically
Mowing
it. Like,
the grass, getting a whole $5.
$5.
$5 whole. I was watching Spider-Man 2, and the scene where Aunt May is like, "Oh yeah, and Henry from across the street's helping me too," and I'm giving him whole $5, and I'm like, "Oh my god." I understand the point of that. Like, it's only 2004. That is still not money back then, but Aunt May, you're terrible. Give the kid 10. But yeah, chores. I don't know. What was the best / worst time you spoiled the ending of a show to your friends and they didn't believe you until it was too late? Like, intentionally spoiled it?
I accidentally spoiled a certain character's death in Sons of Anarchy to 2 people
Oh.
because I thought they were cut up, but they weren't.
Me and my roommate were playing Naruto one night, and they had Obito's name from Naruto as a playable character. And my girlfriend is reading the manga right now, or at least skimming through it, at least the important parts, to get an idea of this whole thing, because I told her about it. She was curious, so she's just looking into it. And she read the story where Obito, quote-unquote, died when he was a kid, and when we picked this character to play as, who looks like he's in his 30s, she had a few questions, and we realized we fucked up.
I can't think of any other time that might have happened with me. That's it. Anything else?
Yeah, sorry, I was skimming through the rest of his email.
Oh, okay.
Number 3, what alt mode do you feel like we need more figures of? That's a good question. I kind of want to say helicopters. Like, every now and again we'll get a helicopter, but I want good helicopters. The movie line had a lot of helicopters, and I'm not saying they were bad, but like Generation Springer, Alpha Bravo, helicopters like those, helicopter transformers are awesome. And I kind of want to say motorcycles too, but I don't know.
Oddly enough, I would really like to see more Cybertronian modes.
That's fair, yeah. I will go along with you on that one. I agree. I was putting away my War for Cybertron figures and realized how kind of awesome they actually are.
Yeah. Like, one of my favorite Megatron figures is the movie 1 Leader Class Cybertronian jet mode Megatron. Just because, people like say, like, they're easy. Which, I can kind of see that, but, I mean, they're still really cool. Like, I still get a really imposing looking jet mode out of that figure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And I would like to see like, a decent sized Optimus Prime figure, like maybe Voyager or Leader Class, that turned into a Cybertronian vehicle.
I wouldn't mind getting a Generations, maybe not directly, because it would probably be a thing like they did with Megatron. But if you were to be able to turn it into a different version of Optimus Prime, it'd be cool to have a leader figure that we could turn into, like, maybe Galaxy Force Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Like that Cybertronian kind of style truck.
Right.
Like, not really Cybertronian, but, very
stylized.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is funny because like actually you know the when Jetfire was flying over Earth,
Hmm.
he was scanning vehicles, and he scanned a fire truck that looked just like Optimus there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that doesn't happen. That there's no fire truck like that. Just like in that one scene in season 3 of Prime, where they brought in that fucking military truck
Oh, the
for
mask truck?
Prime to scan.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, that fucking thing is not even close to being realistic. Where'd you get that thing from? Hey, let's scan this truck that looks just like you already.
Yeah, well, that's Prime for you.
Yeah, I still like it though.
Yeah.
Season three,
It's not.
season three is my least favorite season though.
Yeah, no, as the show went on, in my opinion, it got worse.
Only really solid thing that came from 3 was Ultra Magnus,
Yeah, that's it.
Michael Ironside.
Full time.
Hmm.
Uh,
Except for when he referred to the Autobots as Beast Hunters. I
yeah,
kind
that was cringeworthy.
I rolled my eyes at that. I was like, "What, really? Do we have
I
to?"
bet he looked at that and he's like, "What kind of bullshit toy promotion is this?"
All right, Beast Hunters, let's go.
Called Autobots for a reason. Number 4. What is your favorite video game song? Mine is Ryoshima Coast from Okami, and the remix of Okami Den.
Does it have to be strictly from a video game soundtrack, or can it be like related to like from trailers or what?
Hmm.
Because I already know my answer.
I don't think it has to be soundtrack, but I think he wants it to like have actually been in the video game, like a player menu or like the opening song or.
Um. Okay. Well, then I would have to go with Donna Burke's "Heaven's Divide" from Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
Fair.
Because other than that, I would have chosen Garbage's "Not Your Kind of People,"
Hmm.
but I don't know if that's actually going to be in the game yet because it's not out yet. Just
Um.
from a trailer.
Did Did you ever play Portal?
I played a little bit of Portal 2.
The music from Portal is my answer.
I can't really remember anything about the music.
It's mostly the end credit songs from both games, and they have other music. This is very. I've noticed I've been doing this thing tonight where I want to explain something and I don't fucking have the words to explain it right off the bat, and I will pause for about 3 seconds, and it's really fucking annoying. Ah,
I
God, I
can't.
just want to explain how much I like something. I like it. I'm not going to explain why I like it.
You don't have to. I can't tell if any of these Half-Life 3 announcements are true or they're April Fool's jokes.
Half-Life 3?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they're April Fool's jokes, considering that's in like 15 minutes.
14 minutes.
Oh, that just switched. Fuck you.
um. Yeah. Anything else?
Keep up the good work, lads. That's it.
Alright.
Not too much, but content.
Please send in more questions. Please, please, please send in more questions at primecastqa@gmail.com. That's primecastquanda
At gmail.com.
Password for this week?
You come up with it.
Let's see. 1 month.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
Works for me. I already know what you're talking
Yep.
about.
If you listen to the whole episode, just type it into the comment section 1 month, and lets us know that you watched the whole episode. It makes us happy. And I'm going to be looking into, because I want to start doing some live shows like
Mm-hmm.
on here, but I have zero experience on doing a. I don't even know what it's called on YouTube anymore. Was it like Google Live or YouTube Live?
It's like a Google party or
Yeah,
something.
Google. I want to do something like that in future episodes, but I want to, you know, figure it out first. I just don't want to wing it on an episode and have it be shitty. I want to, have kind of know what we're doing. So,
Yeah.
going to look into that because that's what someone suggested we should do. I'm like, it's a good idea. So we're going to look into that soon. Um, maybe you might try to do something like that for next episode where we're together.
Mm-hmm.
If we're onto that fast.
Yeah, if we have time to set up, you
Right,
know.
right. That's about it. If you have, like I said before, if you have any more suggestions of what we could do, please feel free to leave them in the comments. You can follow me at Twitter at twitter.com/ssjautobot. You can Instagram me too, ssjautobot, and you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ssj_autobot.
You can follow me on Twitter at Anakin Vader, and
You need to do YouTube videos some more.
I've put a lot of thought, and
Like, show off your Marvel Legends collection.
I. Is it sad that I've already thought of what I want to,
Just,
of how I want to actually say that I'm probably no longer going to be doing stuff on my current channel?
no.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't really want to talk about it on mic, but I will say I've been saying it forever. I want to do something. I just don't know what I want to do. I don't want to get stuck in the rut of doing reviews again. I don't think I will enjoy it as much as I once did. And that's okay. That's not a slight or anything. It's just a total personal thing. The not the community, but just everything about doing them has changed, and I'm okay with it very much. So I still watch them as much as I can. It's just a matter of producing them. I kind of just want to step away from that. Um, that's my only thing, and I for a while I didn't enjoy them, and I'd get little spurts to where I'd really want to do them, and I'd do maybe 2 or 3, and I'd record them and have fun recording them, but they'd never get edited, or I'd edit one. So I want to find something I am excited about, very much excited about putting out there. Probably cosplay related. I don't know if it'll be on my current channel. I don't know if I'll make a new channel. I don't even know how many active subscribers are even on my channel.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope you figure out something because I miss seeing video content from you.
I miss making video content. I picked up my camera the other day and was surprised to find that the battery had not completely shit out. I don't dislike making videos, and I feel bad if people want content. I very much got into that rut of, okay, I want to move on. I have no idea what I want to move on to.
Right.
I'm definitely still around, like, doing the nerd stuff. Even, just because I'm not doing reviews doesn't mean I'm not around it. I'm still doing the show. Obviously, still staying up to date with what's going on.
Right.
Participating in, like, online discussions. Just video content stopped.
Yeah.
So, but hey, I'll figure that out another day.
Hey, you made a rhyme.
Did I?
Yeah, but hey, I'll figure that out another day.
Hey, that's like, you can follow me on Twitter.
I did.
And Anakin Vader. Remember that?
that little jingle.
Yeah, that tickled you.
Yeah. When's that single coming out? When's it dropping?
When's my mixtape dropping?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
April 1st.
Yeah, that's right. Alright, guys. Until next time, thank you for listening and watching.
Bye, everybody.